Hey there, shooter. Welcome to another episode on Shooting Science. Today, we are going to take a look at the Surefire X300, and after we unbox it, I'll show you the two unique mounting systems that are included in the box, as well as how to install them and why you might use one over the other. Right here on Shooting Science. Let's get into it. Here it is, guys. This is the X300U with the Lever-Latch or rail lock system. So I was curious about this thing because I've seen mixed reviews on it. I've seen reviews about how they're great, and I've seen reviews about how they'll fly off your gun. So I went ahead and got one. I found a deal on one. Let's unbox it and just see what you get in the box. So first of all, it comes with this matte sort of cardboard feeling. It's very high texture box with the little window here showing the light. It's got a lot of information on the box. So this is the 1000 lumen version with peak intensity at 11,300 candela. And this is IP67 rated, so it's waterproof up to 1 meter in depth for 30 minutes. Light burn time is 1.25 hours up to 1000 lumens. So go ahead and see what's in the box. Okay, so there's nothing left in there. This little pamphlet shows a couple of different lights that they have. And here's the manual. Now this manual covers two different versions of the Surefire X300. The one that we've got here in our hands today is the X300 UA, the 1000 lumen version. So the beam distance for this one is 213 meters. So this should have a wider spread of light. The batteries are included. The weight's 4 ounces, it's 3.76 inches in length, and it uses 123A lithium batteries. So you get a sticker, and you have a battery warning about how to not make your battery explode, okay? The contents of this box come sandwiched between two plastic trays. So you just remove the plastic like so. There's the light itself. So you can kind of see here how the Lever-Latch system actuates. This bar here goes through the slot in your gun's rail. So this whole platform pushes down, you slide the gun on, then this thing releases and supposedly clicks into the rail. We'll see. So in here, it looks like you get different pieces to install different width bars across here. They also give you some thread locker. That's blue Loctite. Pretty cool they give you that in the bag. All right, so I'm gonna look at the instructions and see if I need to change this. Today we are going to put this on the 19XV. So first of all, let's just try and see. I think I'm going to need a thicker bar here. That's how fast it is to get it on. It might need a thicker bar. It moves around a little bit. And to take it off, you just pull this down, slide it off. Now the light won't turn on, so there must be something blocking the batteries. There is. So you just take this piece of paper off right here. Then you just close it back. And the light works. Woo! Thing's bright, dude. And it does lock on. This one's just a simple on and off. There's no strobe function or anything like that. Now I'm going to open this bag to see if I can find a bar that will make the latch system a bit tighter on my Glock. That is a lot of doodads that I do not want to lose. Okay. So what you can do is you can kind of test fit. That one is good. Look at the thing. That fits just right. I think that's the one I need to put on. See the difference there? That's why this one jiggles around in my Glock. So I need to take these off. And these other pieces down here are actually for the rail lock mounting system. First, let me go ahead and put this in for the Lever-Latch system. We'll see how that works, and then we'll go ahead and install the rail lock system after that. Okay, so first we got to remove all these screws. It's spring loaded, so you're going to hold this down while you get these last screws out. This spring just sort of sits wherever, I guess. Oh, it sits in here. And that. So now we just pull the universal one off. And then we'll take this Glock one here and snap that thing on. Put the spring in there. And then to keep the spring from flying away, I'm going to do this upside down so that the spring rests where it's supposed to be. And then we're going to compress this down and hold it there while we put all these screws back in. And I'm only doing these finger tight at first. And yeah, you do have to hold the platform down to keep that spring compressed as you screw in the first couple of screws. All right, it calls for 4 foot-pounds of torque, which is not a lot. So that right there is probably 4 pounds. Now I do have one of those Wheeler fat wrench torque screwdrivers, which would be perfect for this, but I don't know where it is right now and I needed to get this video out. So there is the Lever-Latch system for Glock. Let's see how that works. But to put it on, you have to go like this, and then there it goes. You have to kind of like angle it up, and then it clicks in. It's a lot more solid with that Glock latch in there. It does not shake around on the gun. Now, because this Lever-Latch system is pretty easy to use, and it's nice and tight for these Glock 19 variants, I'm probably going to just keep this latch for the 19. However, this Lever-Latch system is not going to be tight enough for all gun frames, which is why Surefire included this other latch system in here, the rail lock system, which actually applies pressure upwards onto the gun frame, and it allows you to tighten the light down on any gun. So I'm going to go ahead and install that next and show you how that works. All right, to install the rail lock system, you're going to need one of these. So we're going to choose the right one for our gun. And we are not going to need this. Remember, this was the old universal Lever-Latch piece that came already installed on the light. We're going to put that back in the bag, and we're going to use this one. So let's take this off. We can set the Glock aside for now. So the first step we got to do is take all of these screws back out again. So we're going to set those aside. But we are going to need those screws again. So we're going to use these rails now that have the 10 on them. We're going to take the spring out, and we're going to remove this Lever-Latch flap and put it over there. Next, we're going to install the rail lock flap, and it's going to go on like this. Next, you're going to take the wedge, and the wedge is going to go like this down in there. So flat side facing up, angle side down. Then you're going to take this, poke it through the side here, through that hole. And you want to get it to thread into the wedge. You don't have to tighten it all the way down. You just want to get it partially so that the head of this fits into here when you close this. Just like that. Next, you're going to get your gun and you're going to look at which one of these fits into your rail the tightest. That one is the proper one for this gun. As you can probably tell, this one here with the notch on it is not going to be as tight in my Glock 19. So I'm not going to use this one. Use whichever one fits. It doesn't have to be super tight. This wedge is what's going to make it tight. All right, the next part. You see this edge here, this ridge on here? That is going to be captured in this groove on here. Is when you pull this back, it opens this groove up, and then the ridge sticks forward. And that ridge actually works close together with this piece here, which goes into the rail of the gun. Before I install the rail lock rails, I'll give you an X-ray view of what's going on in here. So this rail piece slides in here, and then it's captured by that little ridge. And then once it's on the gun, you'd push this piece all the way through. You'll see that in action here in a minute. Okay, so now let's go ahead and install the rail lock rails. We're going to go on like this. 4 foot-pounds. Not a lot. All right, so now we're going to put this on the gun. There we go. And as you can see, there's this big hole here. That is what this goes through. And that's what gives it the name rail lock. There's no more lever. This groove is going to go in there and meet up with that little edge in there. So we're going to pull back here. We're going to slide that in. And now it is on there really tight. To make it even tighter, you would just tighten the wedge. This forces the wedge upwards into the frame of the gun. And this is how you get it tight on guns where it's still a little bit loose. It is rock solid now. It is even tighter than the standard Lever-Latch system. If you've got this on a dedicated gun, this is probably the way to go. If you're going to be switching it in and out on multiple different guns, then you might want to try and stick with the Lever-Latch. Unless the Lever-Latch is just too loose for your gun, then definitely go with the rail lock system. This is how you get it really tight. All right, everybody, that's all I've got for this one. Remember, the reason why the Surefire X300 hangs off the end of the muzzles, because if you have to take a point-blank shot, it keeps the gun from going out of battery. Let me know which rail mounting system you're going to use for your gun, what kind of gun you've got, and which one works best on that gun. I'm really curious to know in the comments which one you're using. Also consider subscribing, because this is a video that's part of a series for the Glock 19XV.
And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.